Alright, here's a thought experiment to ruin your day. What if the sun exploded tomorrow? Now, before you start panic buying SPF 1 million or booking a one-way ticket to Pluto, let's take a deep breath. Because, first of all, good news, it won't happen. The sun isn't the type to just go off like a firework at a 4th of July party. It's more of a slow burn kind of guy. A reliable, hydrogen-fueled nuclear reactor that's been doing its thing for about 4.6 billion years and still has another 5 billion to go before it even considers retiring. But hey, this is Breaking the Universe, where we take absurd hypothetical questions and answer them with serious science. So, let's play along. What if, against all odds, the sun decided to just, boom, go full supernova? What happens next? What would it feel like? Would we even have time to realize what hit us? Or would we be instantly vaporized? Well, let's find out. First things first, if the sun were to explode tomorrow, we wouldn't know it immediately. And that's because of one simple fact. Light isn't instant. It travels at about 300,000 kilometers per second, which is ridiculously fast, unless we're talking about cosmic distances. The sun is about 93 million miles away from Earth, which means that its light takes roughly 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us. So, if the sun decided to throw in the cosmic towel at, say, 2 p.m., we'd still have a normal, perfectly fine, blissfully ignorant 8 minutes of existence left. Birds would still be chirping, you'd still be stuck in traffic, and that guy in the office who microwaves fish for lunch would still be ruining your day. Then boom, the light from the explosion arrives. And this is where things get spicy. Now, there are two possibilities here. One, the sun goes full supernova. Two, it just kind of fizzles out like a damp firecracker. And this depends entirely on one crucial thing, its size. You see, for a star to go supernova, it needs to be at least 8 times the mass of our sun. And, unfortunately or fortunately, our sun is an overachiever in stability but an underachiever in the explosive death department. It's simply not massive enough to go out in a giant, galaxy-shaking explosion. Instead, when it does reach the end of its life, it will swell up into a red giant, shed its outer layers, and gently fade into a white dwarf. Basically, the stellar equivalent of a peaceful retirement in Florida. But let's not let reality ruin the fun. Let's pretend, for the sake of this experiment, that the sun can go supernova. What then? Well, the first thing we'd notice about 8 minutes after it happens is the biggest, brightest, most terrifying flash of light you can imagine. This wouldn't be your average sunrise. This would be a burst of radiation so powerful it would instantly blind anyone looking at it. If you were outside or near a window, congratulations, you've now had a front row seat to the most spectacularly unfortunate light show in history. The next problem? Heat. A lot of it. In an instant, the temperature on Earth would spike dramatically. We're talking about levels of heat that would make global warming look like a mild summer afternoon. The atmosphere would begin to ignite, oceans would start to boil, and anything remotely flammable would, well, let's just say insurance companies wouldn't even know where to begin. But hold on, because it gets worse. The sun's explosion wouldn't just send out light and heat. It would also unleash an unfathomable amount of high-energy particles and radiation, stripping away Earth's atmosphere like peeling an orange with a chainsaw. With no atmosphere, we'd be completely exposed to space, which means you'd better hope you can hold your breath indefinitely, because oxygen is about to become a thing of the past. Oh, and let's not forget about the shockwave. A supernova explosion sends out an expanding shell of gas and dust traveling at millions of miles per hour. When it finally reaches Earth, it wouldn't just knock over a few buildings. It would obliterate the entire planet. Mountains would crumble, continents would shatter, and the entire surface of the Earth would be turned into a molten wasteland. So, yeah, not great. But wait, maybe you're an optimist. Maybe you're thinking, hey, what if we just left? What if we saw this coming and launched a space colony to another planet? Well, first of all, good thinking. Second of all, bad news. If the sun explodes, our entire solar system is toast. Without the sun's gravity holding everything together, planets would suddenly be adrift, like a bunch of lost shopping carts in a cosmic parking lot. Earth wouldn't just sit there and take it. It would fly off into space, drifting endlessly in the cold, dark void. And if you think winters are bad now, Just imagine a world where the temperature drops to minus 200 degrees Celsius and the only source of heat is the occasional volcano trying its best to keep things cozy. In other words, we're not making it. Not unless we've already set up a cozy little neighborhood on another star system, which, spoiler alert, we haven't. So, to sum it all up, if the sun exploded tomorrow, we'd have about 8 minutes of blissful ignorance, followed by instant blindness, unbearable heat, atmospheric destruction, planet-wide devastation, and, ultimately, the complete and utter obliteration of everything we know and love. On the bright side, oh wait, there is no bright side because the sun is gone. But, look, if all this sounds terrifying, don't worry. Like I said at the start, this isn't going to happen. The sun isn't the type to explode on a whim. It's got another 5 billion years of stability left before it even starts considering retirement. So sleep tight. The sun will still be there in the morning. And if it isn't, well, you won't have to worry about waking up anyway. Thanks for watching Breaking the Universe. If you like this deep dive into catastrophic doom, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know what other absurd questions you want answered next. Until then, enjoy your 8 minutes of daylight while you've got it.